Good morning, students. Today we will be studying about maxims of teaching. As you all know, that teaching is an art and a science. Teacher require two things, that is knowledge and process of teaching. In actual classroom, teacher required to manage the class with experience, and not only with experience but through the decisions in the form of maxims. For successful and effective teaching, teacher must know and use maxims of teaching. There are n number of maxims, known to unknown, easy to difficult, whole to part, definite to indefinite, psychological to logical, empirical to rational, particular to general, analysis to synthesis, actual to representative, simple to complex, concrete to abstract, and near to far. As far as known to unknown maxim is concerned, this means that the teacher should arouse interest by putting questions on the subject matter already known to the students. The teacher has to proceed step by step to connect the new matter to the old one. Easy to difficult. Yes, lesson must be graded in order of difficulty to suit the pupil standards. This will help in sustaining the interest of the students. Logically viewed, one skill may be easy, but psychologically it may be difficult. There are many things which look easy to teachers, but are in fact difficult for the children. The interest of the child has also to be taken into account while teaching. Simple to complex. Teacher should not curb the initiative and interest of the pupils by presenting them with complex problems before the simpler ones are presented. So, being a teacher, it is very much important that we should always move from simple to complex, concrete to abstract. Small children learn fast from things they can handle and see. Definite to indefinite. In teaching, definite things should be taught first because the learner can easily have faith in them. Then, afterwards, we should give the knowledge of indefinite things. Definite things, definite rules of grammar help the learner to have good knowledge. Gradually, he can be taught about the indefinite things. Particular to general. The study of general rules should be undertaken with the help of the particular examples. Particular is more definite to the child than the general. Empirical to rational. Empirical knowledge is based only on observation or experience, and for which any reasonable account cannot be given, whereas rational knowledge is that for which we have scientific explanation. And while teaching any kind of scientific topic, one must proceed from empirical to rational, psychological to logical. While teaching, it is very much important that teacher should first keep in mind the interest, aptitudes, capacities, development level, etc. of the children during selection of subject matter, and then on its logical arrangement too. Actual to representative. teaching excellently, actual objects should be shown to the children as far as possible. It gives them concrete learning, which is more desirable. Representative things in the form of pictures, models, should be used for the grown-up kids. Whole to part. In teaching, the teacher should try to acquaint the child with the whole lesson first, and then the different portions of it may be analyzed and studied intensively. Analysis to synthesis. Analysis means breaking a problem into its convenient parts, while synthesis means grouping of these separated parts into one complete whole. Near to far, every child is able to learn well in the surrounding to which he or she belongs. So the child should be acquainted fully with his or her immediate environment first. Thank you so much, students. So today we have studied about different maxims of